If you guys don't want the ending of Season 4 to be spoiled, then feel free to click away because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, keep in mind, everything here is just theory, it's guesses, it's not backed by hard facts yet, but we do have some very, very solid evidence and files that have been data mined and analyzed and stuff like that, and I feel like we have a pretty solid idea of what could be going on with this rocket. And it's looking like we could be shaping up to have a huge event in the game, a map-changing event, kind of like we had from Season 3 to Season 4 with the Comet, except this time, it's going to be with that giant rocket and the evil layers. So how do we know that something is happening? I mean, obviously this rocket's been here for a while. We know we're talking about it launching eventually. We've even got a countdown timer that showed up in the game today. But what does that mean? Like, how do we know it's actually going to end up hitting the map? Well, last night, Two Epic Buddies, who's a Twitter account who is like famous for data mining everything. Like, they were one of the first people to start data mining this game and really getting intel out there. They leaked a ton of audio files around the rocket. So the rocket's code name in the code is Geode, and you guys can see a list here of all these audio files. It's crazy. There's like thruster files and takeoff files, and you know, there's one file where it sounds like the visitor is talking to the computer and telling it what coordinates to go to and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So a lot of files there. Obviously there's going to be some sort of a huge event that happens with this rocket. Now, how do we know it's actually going to end up hitting the map? Well, that's where this comes in. You guys can see we've got like Big Bang and all kinds of stuff like that, and stuff pointing towards it actually hitting the map and having some sort of an effect on the map. Now, where is it gonna hit? That's the question. What is this thing gonna destroy? What's it gonna take out? What's gonna come back in its place? That's the million-dollar question there. And we actually have a pretty good idea. So if you guys remember back when the Comet stuff first came out, when you looked at the Comet, it made the pulsing sound, and if you put that in a spectrogram, it gave you the Take the L dance. Well, some of these audio files from the rocket, when you put them in a spectrogram, give you back numbers, which you guys can see right here, and these numbers are binary code for actual letters. Now, when you translate these, you come up with 4 sets of coordinates, all right? You get B6, H9, I8, and I9. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more questionable. So when we pull up the Fortnite map, we look at the first one, B6, that's this giant hill. Like, it's the biggest, like, tallest hill in Fortnite with, like, the house up on top of it and stuff like that. I don't know where that comes in. I personally, I don't think that's where the rocket's going to end up hitting. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of, maybe the rocket shoots off and then the back part of it falls on that section or something. I have no clue. That's the one thing that I can't figure out yet. But when you look at the other 3 options, you've got H9, I8, and I9. Those take up the 3 squares that cover the most of Moisty Mire. So it looks like the rocket is going to be heading to Moisty Mire, and we can only assume what's going to happen here. It's going to hit it, it's going to explode, it's going to cause some changes, and that's going to lead us into the next season of Fortnite, which is going to be crazy. Now, this totally makes sense because when you guys think about it, Moisty Mire, didn't the devs, did they at one point say that Moisty Mire is going to be gone by the end of Season 4? I feel like they did. I can't find anything on it. I thought they had made some sort of a comment about that in Reddit or something like that. I'm not sure. But even without that fact, Moisty Mire is where the film studio is. And obviously we've had this whole storyline throughout Season 4 of Carbide and Omega. You thought they were enemies at first, but then it turns out they're just making a movie. But then this visitor comes in and he's actually a bad guy. He's actually causing problems. He's gonna wanna destroy that movie set. He's gonna try to take everybody out. Like, it, from a story standpoint, everything we've seen through all the loading screens throughout the past 8 weeks, totally 110% makes sense. So I think this could be very, very probable. Now, we do have to keep in mind that as we were getting stuff about the Comet in the past, obviously, we thought we had it perfectly right, and then they'd throw in a little twist, and then we'd have another theory, and they'd throw in a twist. I don't know if this is the last info we're gonna get. You know, some of this stuff could change, and this could be kind of like just step 1 of the plan, but there's definitely something going on with the rocket and with Moisty Mire, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, let me know what you guys think. Kind of crazy, man. I mean, things are happening. Watch this clip from Courage's stream right here.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
What is that? Maybe the missile.
There are warning siren sounds coming from the enemy layer that just started popping up in the past like half hour or so in this game. So like things are going to start happening quickly. We're only 2 weeks away from the end of this season and things are going to start heating up. So I'm definitely going to cover it for you guys as it happens. I'm excited for this. I think this stuff is really fun when it's interactive and it provides you all these Easter eggs and this giant like community-wide hunt. I think it's cool. I'm not as sold on the fact that we're doing another destruction thing. Like, I feel like we could do something else, you know what I mean? Like, we already had something big come down and impact the map and destroy something, so I'm really hoping that Epic has something up their sleeve that we're all going to think the rocket's going to hit there and that's all that's going to happen, but there's actually something bigger at play. Like, I feel like there's got to be something more. I don't think they would get that repetitive, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace out.